Like, I saw some shit today on YouTube, and it was a kid about 2-3 years old singing Waka Flocka, "Oh Let's Do It," curse words and all. Now, it's bad enough that Waka Flocka is like one of the worst motherfucking rappers ever. You know, it's bad enough, but to have a 2 or 3 year old kid, you know, on YouTube rapping about selling drugs, killing people, let's do it, yada 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 yada. This, you know, this hood ghetto thug ignorant nigga mentality. It's just jarring to me. And for this, you know, and the funny thing is, like, this kid's dad supposedly was the one who posted the video and was bragging about the kid making it on worldstarhiphop.com. Nigga, they didn't put your kid on worldstarhiphop.com because it was some cool shit. They put your kid on worldstarhiphop.com because it was some ignorant nigga coon ass shit, and they couldn't believe your dumb ass put your kid out there like that. Most motherfuckers ain't applauding that dumb shit. I don't know too many people that would allow their kids to say curse words in front of them and say, well, oh, he only does that when he did the song. I allowed him to do it when he did the song, but he don't curse any other time. Nigga, how stupid is that? If you gonna let him curse for that particular song, then when he curses any other time and you correct him for cursing, he's gonna be confused as fuck because you let him do it the first time. How stupid are you? You know what I'm saying? And then I go to this kid's, you know, this kid's dad's page, and what do I see but some skinning, grinning ass nigga. You know, he got, you know, he cradling some cash. Dude got some bread apparently. And he got a grill and all that shit. But he looked like a fucking clown. He looks like a fucking clown. And it reminds me of a conversation that I had with another young cat. That, you know, he's actually the younger brother of one of the guys I went to school with. And I was on Facebook, and this is around, like, I think Lauren London made a comment. You know, she had did like an interview or something like that. And she was talking about how Lil Wayne was a great dad or whatever. And I'm not taking anything from Lil Wayne being a great dad, but my whole thought on the whole issue was the bar for being a great dad has been tremendously lowered if that's the standard for being a great dad. Now, I don't know about you, and this is what I said on Facebook that, you know, sparked that argument, was that, you know, according to Lauren London, being a great dad includes being locked up on gun possession charges, having 4 or 5 other baby mamas, having one baby mama pregnant at the same time as you, and actually being engaged to the other baby mama around the same time y'all having kids. But he's a great father. I don't know too many women that could, you know, find themselves feeling like that's a great situation. And so the guy that I was, you know, somewhat debating, because it really was no debate to this shit. I mean, you know, dumb shit is just dumb shit. But his argument was that Lil Wayne has money. He can take care of his kids. You know, Lil Wayne has money or whatever. Not thinking about that just because Lil Wayne has money doesn't give him license to be a dumb, ignorant, coon ass nigga. That having money doesn't give you that license. Having money does not give you that license to act stupid and irresponsible. It doesn't. Period. You know what I'm saying? And that's the fucked up mentality that a lot of our younger, like, you know, 19, 20, 17, 18, like, I blame us simply because we didn't teach them no fucking better. But these are, you know, this is the shit that these kids think is cool now. Like, you could be a fucking clown so long as you got money. You can be ignorant as hell so long as you got money. Money gives you license to be stupid as fuck. And the fucked up part about it is that he's not seeing that, okay, Lil Wayne has money, true enough. But yet you have a lot of these clowns out here that don't have money, that aren't living like Lil Wayne is living. And yet they look at that shit and think it's cool and try to emulate the shit that they see Lil Wayne doing.
Particular society, you know, hip hop changing from positive to negative was not a consequence of history. It was not a circumstance of history. It was nothing that just happened on its own. It had nothing to do with the changing of the times. It had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with the fact that there are people in this particular society who wants to see us exactly where we are. And we cannot let that point elude us. These are the facts. How do we know? 1967, Kerner Commission report on urban disorder. When black people said, yo, we're tired of this system. You know what I mean? This system is oppressing us. So we rebelled against the system. We burned things. We said, yo, we had enough. He did his little report on what caused these riots. He said, what caused these riots? He said it was young children who started these riots, and what was motivating them was a high self-esteem and an enhanced racial pride. He said the majority of the rioters were high school dropouts, but they had a higher political orientation than their peers who did not drop out. And they saw the system as their enemy, so they attacked it in the right circumstance. So, fast forward to 1992. Same thing. #1 record on the radio. We had Fight the Power. Fight the Power is on the radio. Rodney King gets beaten before the world. The black youth rebelled against the system. Again, they did it again. And why? What primed them? Positive hip-hop. Primed them. Fight the Power. X-Clan. Brand Nubian. You had these groups out here who were pushing, who were politically orienting black kids in the right direction, giving them the proper prompters that they needed so that they can respond properly to oppression. Alright? In 1967, when the riots happened, he saw that the self-esteem and the racial pride was fueling this. So he said, how do I bring that down so that they will not riot? And what he did, he flooded the airways with black exploitation movies. Nigga Charlie and the Return of Nigga Charlie. These were movies. Hip-hop didn't start calling people niggas. We had Shaft. We had Coffee. Black girl turned prostitute to do whatever. You know what I mean? But these black exploitation movies brought down the self-esteem and the racial pride so that the kids will not rebel against this system of oppression. 92, the racial pride was back in effect. We had black kids going to Dr. Ben Yuckinin lectures. We were spending our money to go see Farrakhan speak as opposed to going to a strip club. This is where we were. The most coveted article of clothing was a historically black college or university sweater. That's right. We were motivating children towards positive attitudes and lifestyles. That's right. And when Rodney King got the beating, heads responded properly. Fast forward to our day. Sean Bell is shot 50 times in the street in New York by police officers. #1 song on the radio, Like a Lollipop. Nobody do nothing. Nobody respond to nothing. Trust me. Trust me. Just like the brother, I believe it was JT, the bigger figure, who said that the label executives came to him and said, yo, brother, we need you talking about guns and whores. You know what I mean? That's right. That happens. I've been in those meetings with management and had to ask me, is what you're saying really what you believe, so that we'll know how to market you properly? You know what I mean? This happens. Young Buck on his album, he has a song on his album that talks about police terrorism. The label said absolutely not. Jimmy Iovine said absolutely not. You cannot put that record on the album because it might create an atmosphere that might put police officers' lives in danger. Right. So they took the record off, but they let him keep the other 14 songs on the album that talked about killing black youth. So this is what we're dealing with. We're not dealing with a circumstance or consequence of history. You know what I mean? The environment that we're embedded in puts us in a situation where we feel we have to maneuver and play the game and water our message down. You know what I mean? But no, what happened was they intentionally shifted the paradigm to get us exactly where we are right now. Right now, we're feeding the prison industrial complex right now. Our kids are going to prison because they're promoting these records. They're promoting these records daily that send us to jail. You know what I mean? It's cool to go to jail.